Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to the Christmas story. Today's we're going to be starting out right now with the introduction to our Christmas story, and then we're going to have 4 lessons for the next 4 Sundays in December that tell the Christmas story. We're going to read it straight from the Bible, and then we're going to talk about what that means to us today here in 2020. And so let's begin by telling you that our lessons this month are going to be about Jesus, the light of the world. And we're going to go ahead and start off with our big question, okay? And our big question says, why did Jesus come into the world? And our answer is that Jesus came into the world to be a light to show the people how to get to God. For Jesus is the only way to God. There may be a lot of false ways to get out there, but Jesus is the true way and the only way. And the Bible makes that very clear. The next thing we want to see is our verse 4 this month is taken out of John 8:12. And this is where Jesus said, I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will not walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. And that's the promise that we have for those of us who choose to follow the light. He will give us the light for our lives. Now let me ask you a question. When you're in the dark, what do you see? Not much of anything, do you? In the dark, you don't see color. You don't see the distinction between one object and another. And if you're in the very deepest dark, you can't even see your hand in front of your face. And you can't even know where you're going. But when you turn that light on, color brings all the things into shape. You see everything and you know where you are. If you need to get out, you can see the door and the way out. And so that's what light does for us. And so when Jesus came into the world was dark in sin and darkness. But God had a plan to send his son to lead us out of the darkness and into his light. And so for the next 4 weeks, we're going to see the Christmas story. We're going to see how God's plan and his purpose brought Jesus to us and how the light shines and how we can respond to the light. Now, our scriptures are going to be out of Matthew chapters 1 and 2 and Luke chapters 1 and 2. But John chapter 1 tells us, and Jesus said this, he said that men didn't want to come to the light because what they did was dark. And they didn't want the light to expose their darkness. And so sometimes men choose to stay in the dark. And some of us choose to come to the light. The light shined for everyone. But everyone didn't see the light because they didn't want the light. So we're going to see the characters of Christmas, and we're going to see how they chose to either come to the light or to ignore the light or to even reject the light. So as we journey together, I hope you will run with me to the light, and that we'll see the Christmas story straight from the Bible and tell us how the light came into the world, Jesus Christ, the Son of God. So join us. This is our introduction, and so the next lesson that you'll see right after this is our first lesson. So come join us. Thank you.